Hi YouTube, I'm Terry in 1986 here. Today is Wednesday the 11th of June and it's a bit of a special overnighter for me. I've finally managed to convince my beautiful wife to come along and experience a bit of a bushcraft overnighter with me. We have been married for a year and 3 days. So I've booked a week off work to celebrate moving into a new house and to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. And with that week off, she finally agreed to come out and do a bushcraft overnighter. Time now is about 3:25. We've just kind of got set up. We've got a very small fire on the go just to keep the mozzies off. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around shortly, show you around the Mr. and Mrs. Hunter camp for the night. And yeah, it's one of these things, guys. One thing before I forget is I'd love to hear your thoughts on what your other half thinks of you doing bushcraft and doing overnighters. Now, I know that probably 99% of the bushcraft community is male. However, I've met some fantastic females along the way. I'd love to hear what your husband or your wife thinks about you leaving, going out for an overnighter. You know, do they mind because you leave the kids for the weekend or a night? It's something I've spoke to other YouTubers and other bushcrafters about in the past, and some of the partners are dead against it and they don't like it. Me personally, I'm fortunate that my wife almost likes the fact that I go out and leaves me to it, and she, you know, she's the first person to want to watch one of my videos and see what I've been up to. Because at the end of the day, from my point of view, it's better to, you know, go out in the wilderness and be one with nature and fellow bushcrafters, rather than go out into town, spend 100 quid, get absolutely rat-arsed and have a hangover the next day. So that's my intro, guys. What I'll do is I will bring you back. I will try and get my wife on camera as well, and yeah, we'll talk you through the Mr. and Mrs. Hunter overnighter. But for the time being, that's me. I finally managed to get the beautiful Mrs. Hunter on film. What we've spent the last kind of half an hour doing is getting some wood together and you know, getting everything set up, and you've seen the intro. So we've got a small fire on the go. One thing I'm going to do shortly is I'm going to give Lindsay a fire demonstration on a few of the different ways we can light fire. So I know she's very reluctant to be on camera, but how have you found it so far, Lindsay?
Not as bad as I thought.
No?
Nope. You can't go wrong.
And when... That's my kind of little saying that people take the mick out of sometimes. And when I go out in the woods by myself, yep, or with the lads, how do you find it?
I do worry.
But do you mind me going?
No, not at all.
And you've said to me before you'd much rather be in the woods with the lads than...
down the pub.
Exactly. Let me flip the camera around, guys, and I'll get on screen as well. So, we're going to have a little go on the fire lighting side of things. We're going to practice a flint and steel. I've got a magnesium ferro rod. I've bought some char cloth. I've bought a tampon. I've bought some waxed cotton balls. So we're just going to have a little play around. If the time's right and everything's okay, I will bring you in and show you. But for the time being, that's me. Right, so in the fire kit, we've got the magnesium ferro rod, which you've seen me play around with in the garden before.
Yep.
A flint and a piece of steel, which you've seen me play around in the garden before as well.
Do you use those two together?
Yeah. Tampons, some twine, some jute twine, some char cloth, a lighter. Got some fat wood from Strat 2206, which he kindly gave to me, and the fire kit, in fact, and the magnesium. Sorry, the flint and steel came from Steve Two Hawks, as did the wax cotton balls. We've got some hand sanitising gel, which we'll use to get a bit of a fire going as well. But we're going to start with the flint and steel. So you've got the flint striker and you put it between your two hands, whatever feels comfortable. Okay, and you go down, and you'll get small sparks. Okay, and if you can't do it, just turn the angle round. Yeah? So what we're going to do is going to get a tiny piece of char cloth and just put it on the end. and char cloth will ignite really easily. And just find an angle that feels comfortable. Having a little practice with a firelight, so we're using a tampon, my fire steel, and the back of a Mora, the Mora clipper. So I've spoken to Lindsay with the technique, and hopefully she'll be able to give it a go and have a bash. That was nearly it. Nearly. So what you want to do is come down a bit, and yeah, so that's it. That's it, that was a good one. Just come a bit closer and that's it. We have fire.
Yay!
How did you find that?
That was quite hard, but for a first time.
No, we all have to start somewhere. Playing around with some fire lighting for a little while. We didn't do it all get it all on camera because we spent a good hour or so playing around with it, and I don't want this video to be too long and boring, but this is Camp Hunter for the night. We found a couple of these old chairs the last time we came camping, and they're not great, but they'll do the job. My wife has done a pretty good job getting some wood, I think, for a first time going camping. We're sleeping in the Regatta 2-man tent tonight. It's a pop-up one. I bought it at an auction for £8, brand new, so tested it out on Friday, as a few of my friends know from Instagram, because I put a few pictures up, but this will be perfect for the wife and me tonight. Just as a backup if she's feeling brave, I've got the same old that my wife's been enjoying sitting in with the MTP tarp, and we've got a small fire on the go, which I'm sure will become a lot larger later. Plans for the rest of the kind of afternoon, an early evening, and moving on to tonight. We've got a couple of drinks. I know my dad's going to pop up a little while later. He wants to come and have a chat with us and just chill out for a couple of hours after he's finished work, because we're off work. Have a few drinks, maybe go for a little bit of a wander around this woodland, because it's a beautiful woodland that I go to. And that's it, you know. Although this is the Bushcraft overnighter with my lovely wife, it's not, I don't want to throw her in all the Bushcraft. Drip feed her in nice and slowly, so she can enjoy it, and hopefully we'll want to come out again. She's had a bit of fun so far anyway. She's just kicking back and relaxing in the hammock, having something to eat, and yeah, dinner for tonight is going to be, I've got a sweet potato, my wife's got a jacket potato with chili con carne, and then we've got loads of little nibbles and bits and pieces. So for the time being, guys, again, we will leave you to it. So, time is around 7:30 now. We had two very, very special guests to come to see us, which was my mum and dad. My dad knows where my local spot is, so he decided to bring my mum along. Didn't get it on camera, but that will stay in the family memory vault anyway. So, we've got the fire going. My lovely wife. You had a little nap in the hammock, didn't you?
I did.
And now, do you know why I want one in the garden?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I'm happy for that.
We've had some food. So we had chili con carne, I had a sweet potato, my wife had a jacket potato. Pretty good. It's the old tinfoil trick that a few of the guys know that I use, because it's simple and you don't have to worry about anything. Plan for the rest of this evening is a couple of drinks, and just spend a bit of quality time with my wife, talking about what we've got planned, because we've had a very, very busy last couple of weeks, and the next few weeks are going to be equally as busy for us. And that's it. Yeah, I'll probably try and do another piece to camera when it's a bit darker and the fire's going. The fire is okay, just a small fire, as you can see. Won't have it much bigger than that, because you know, I'll show Lindsay the rule of leave no trace tomorrow. You know, and leave any footprints, which is something that I, you know, strongly agree in. And that's it. So for the time being, take care. And they wonder why people come bushcrafting and wild camping. Look at that, that's absolutely beautiful. Are you okay, babe?
Yeah.
So what we've done here, guys, is just take the fold open the tarp a little bit and just put it at a Y angle, just to give a little bit of more shelter and hopefully trap a little bit more heat. Time is about 9:25 now. Temperature's starting to drop slightly, but nothing to worry about at the moment. Just more of a precaution than ever. We're going to get a bit of bacon on the go and have some bacon sticks, or pig sticks as Rob Mackenzie likes to call them. Quite the bushcraft weekend for me. It's up there with a few others that Zed knows about, so a bit of an inside joke is pig me. So that's what we're going to do soon. We're going to have plenty of pig. You can see the fire's nice and toasty now. And yeah, we'll bring you back soon, guys. Good morning, YouTube. It is the morning after the night before, so had a great night, really good night. Wife's not so keen about being on camera at the moment, but really good night. Time is 9:15, so I got for a pee about 4:20, and it was practically light. So yeah, we've packed up. We're just we're going to head back. We haven't had any breakfast because we've got the luxury of going back to our new house to have breakfast. So I've really enjoyed the overnighter with Lindsay. Again, love to hear your thoughts on what your partner's views are about doing overnighters and bushcraft. That's me for the time being. Hunterian 1986. Stay safe.